This episode of All in the Delivery is brought to you by Haley Bug Creations. Any sticker or decal that you want, she can make. You want to customize? She can do that too. Check out her Etsy shop. The link is in the episode description. There you will find a large variety of different decals and stickers made from premium vinyl that is sure to last. So guys, get yourself or someone you know, a Schmedlex, Smiley, or whatever company they work for. Get them a sticker, okay? You will not be disappointed. They will not be disappointed by the quality of these decals. And now, let's get on with the show. What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 84. I am your host, Dave. Joining me, as you guys know, my co-host down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, how are you on this fine afternoon?
Man, I'll tell you, it's a little fucking wacky. I feel like I'm in a fucking time warp right now. Looking out, seeing sunshine. Well, it's a little cloudy here, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, we are off today and got a spur of the moment. Fucking, this is only what is this? Maybe our third daytime episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think
That's about right.
maybe fourth.
That's about right.
I'd say 4. I'm thinking 2 off the bat. We just did Ashley the Mrs. Nomad, yep. Paul and Alex. I don't remember if Alex was as early, but I'm sure his was AM time as well. So yeah.
And then my dad. And
God, how could I forget Vic? So shit, 5 even and 84. That's yeah. So I feel good. I'm good. I'm ready. But yeah, man, all's good, brother.
Awesome. Also joining us, our producer, Nate. Nate, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good, man. What's up, guys?
I mean, just as the layoff days come where they call in to say just the stars align and all 3 of us are off.
Definitely feels weird.
All 3 of us are off. And what was crazy too was like, I was like laying in bed this morning and I was just like, okay, he's not calling today. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get dressed. I put my phone and my earbuds out on the counter by my lunch bag. So I remember to take them. And just as I go back into the bedroom and I go into the closet to get the pants off the hanger, my fucking phone starts going off. I was like, no way. And sure as shit, it's my boss. And I pick it up and I'm like, man, I really hate that you tempt me like this every single time. You just start tempting me every single time. And he starts laughing. He's like, I got another over today if you want today. I'm like, yep.
Dude.
I said, that's good.
I mean, it's so, I can say, at least like I was telling Ashley this morning, you know, I was like, this is a time in our lives. It's a special time, obviously, with her being pregnant and stuff like that. And obviously, there's a little bit of stuff that still needs to get done. And sometimes there's just time just to simply spend together, you know. And I was like, that's how I keep saying it. I'm like, you know, but to piggyback off of what you said, like I as we record this, you know, I said to Dave right before we got on or started recording to Dave and Nate that I didn't sleep for shit last night. I was wired. I don't know why the fuck I was. I have an idea. A little caffeine shit, not banged, but I drank like a body armor, you know, like the Gatorade shit, the competitor to Gatorade now. I drank like a fucking 32-ounce thing of that at like 8 p.m. Not good for me. And I mean, I was just fucking wired watching the Righteous Gemstones. And next thing I know, it's like 2 a.m. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I get the call at like 7. 7 o'clock, I feel like shit. I'm fucking stiff. I'm like, yeah. And I mean, I'm just like, man, I know I need to probably, I'm just so used to getting up and just, oh, fuck. And just getting your fucking, putting your leg through your pant leg or short, whatever you're wearing, and just fucking willing yourself in there. So it's
That's
so
true.
hard not to, like, especially when you feel like shit. I was like, man, I'll see you tomorrow.
I know, dude. It's so tempting. It's just like it would be different if I was already in my car on my way to work and they called me. I'm like, no, I'm already coming.
The only
like, I'm dressed. I'm ready to go. My mindset's there. My mindset's not there yet, so I'm just like, yeah, fuck this.
the only thing I will say on this is that, like, a way I can justify it in my head is that, when we I'm not sure how it was when you very first started. I'm sure you probably said this and it was the same, or for Nate as well. But when you're first starting, a lot of times you don't work that much. When
Right.
you're at the bottom of the list, there's a lot of, man, I remember, there'd be times where I'd work fucking, 3-4 days, 2 weeks. And I'm like, man, it's fucking, so part of that, I'm like, if I don't do it, but at the same time, you also have to manage. And I always laugh coming from this fucking guy, fucking parlay 13-year-old here, about managing. But if you can't afford to take a day, the only thing, it's a labor job we do. If you're under our banner, whether you're under the brown, purple, blue, or yellow, red banner, whatever else is out there, if you can take some time where it's not counting against you. I mean, yeah, if you're not making money, it does suck, but you're still not off work. You know what I mean? Right. It's not like you're out for an extended period of time. Right. But now at the same time, with the younger drivers thinking of it that way, when push comes to shove and you need to work, or if you need to work, it's still, you got to look at it dog eat dog. You got to look out for numero uno out there. Because you're taking care of yourself and your family. And unfortunately, and I know it might sound, might sound cold to your coworkers, but it's the same. You care about your coworkers, but you got to take care of there's people that depend on you. You got to take care of them.
Of course.
But yeah, as we talk though, fuck, it's just not, it's not, here we go recording and getting an episode out of the way. We're being productive.
We're being productive. Thank you, bosses, for the day off.
Yeah,
no,
right.
It's like, and it's like, it's like, it's a thing too. Like, summer is going to be coming up soon. The nicer weather is going to be coming up soon. We're not going to be getting these opportunities like we are right now. There's going to be vacations.
Right.
We're going to be on vacations, and we're going to be working nonstop, which is fine. That's what we signed up for. But it is, like we said, always nice when they're like, hey, you want the day? And if you can do it financially, and you're able to take that day off, layoff day, whatever, not have to use a day, so be it. Good for you. So
it does add up though, because I'm one of those people, because this will be week 2 for me. Like, I won't do this a lot, but then I start calculating in my mind. And it's not because taxes do fuck us. They fuck us. They fuck everybody. It's not, so tax wise, it's not, and at least how I see it, tax wise, it's not that big of a difference. But when you look at the gross, I'm like, damn, man, now that's the difference. Unfortunately, Uncle Sam, he takes his fucking chunk. But yeah, when you look at that numbers with, other shit, 401k, whatever, all that stuff, it just, but like you said, Dave, if you can take it, by all means, because it's just, we were just working 6 days a week. Fuck, a lot. I'll have to ask Fitz, because I don't know if it's leveled off for him now, but I know at his center,
he was.
But they were mandatory. They were forcing people Saturdays for the fucking way before it's just became an issue, like on the national level. Like, dude, I feel like Fitzy Center was fucking working 6 days a week, like a year before people started like making even a fuss about it. Like you know, and you think of like shit like that, and like, man, yeah, if you can get a little time.
Oh yeah, and it's like nice too because you're able to get shit done. Like, for instance, like this morning, dude. This morning, I cleaned out the gutters before it started raining. All the shit that was falling off the trees over the fall, the fall season and shit. I cleaned out the gutters. I may have prematurely or not put the snowblower away and the shovels away. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully there's no more.
Yeah, you might not.
April 1st. Hopefully there's no more. But it just it was pretty productive. It was a pretty productive day. And now we're doing this. And now our wives will have us at night.
That's what literally, like, when Dave messaged me, for the listeners out there, Dave messaged me. He was like, "You just want to do an episode now?" Because I don't know. You sent me something, and we started talking. I was like,
dog getting hit by the dog toy.
Yeah, there was that classic, man. Of the audio reels. I fucking love that Smash Mouth reel.
That one is
got big because I fucking love that song, and every time I hear Smash Mouth, it gives me nostalgia. It puts me in a good mood. I think of Shrek, and I mean, it's just a fucking. What a great audio clip. So, but anyways, Dave's like, "You want to do an episode?" And I said, right now. So my wife was out getting some groceries, and she'd walked in, like literally just walked in. I was like, "Hey," she was like, yeah, get down there, go do it. Like, I was like, "Oh, hey, that was a no brainer." She's got shit to do up there, and she's thinking, one, I'm out of her way upstairs now. And two, like he said, the evening's freed up. So fucking
exactly.
Two birds, one stone. Yeah, I didn't even have to ask, but I still did because I'm a good husband.
That's right. And I mean, nobody's home here at my household. It's just me. The kids went to daycare this morning. The wife always drops them off when she goes to work, and then I was just texting her and just saying, hey, because what did she ask? She asked if I could do a Target run real quick and go pick up some stuff. And I just texted her back. I was like, yeah, after we get done recording. She was like, recording? What? That's like podcast episode. And she just like, so that means I get you all to myself tonight. I was like, but
and the Rangers aren't playing. The Rangers aren't playing this evening.
They played back-to-back games. They played last night and then Tuesday night as well. And so like every night I got home from work, I just threw it on. She's probably pissed.
Well, she did
have some nice things to say on her episode.
She did
about how I've the mindset switched. But I mean, by that time when I got home, both boys were already in bed. I've had some later days. So like, both boys were already in bed. So I had nothing to do besides go home and relax.
It'll be once they're old enough to take care of themselves, because you're doing it now because they're when they're old enough, like when they're pre-teenager age, you're gonna be like, "Be quiet, the Rangers are on." No, I'm just kidding, but nah, dude. But I wanted to bring that up because, as we said many times, it's hard to incorporate me with talking about betting and doing a podcast episode. And now the planets kind of aligned for both, because this just happened last night. Honestly, if we would have recorded this another evening, I might have even I don't know if we would have talked about it or not, but just because we put some stuff up, I was like, this is fucking perfect. So as Dave said, New York Rangers played back-to-back games, and I don't talk to Dave or Nate yesterday, so I hadn't spoke to him. And we whiffed. We took one Ranger bet and we whiffed on that one. And I put the action on it. I was like, I'll pull the trigger, because I told Dave, I trust your instinct. I'm not a hockey guy. Don't know shit. So I didn't want to tell him, because I didn't want him to feel bad, because we were already 0 for 1. And he probably, now you said they were playing on the road. You said somebody was in for Detroit. The Red Wings are a shit team, but Dave says the Rangers play down to their competition, which they very much fucking did last night.
Fucking did.
So would you have advised me not to bet on that game last night?
Yes.
See,
I would have said no. I would have said don't do it.
So I want to be clear though. The Rangers did win last night, but they won in fucking overtime.
They scored with like 4 minutes left to tie it, and then Rangers are a good overtime team, so they took it to overtime and got the job done.
So I'm looking at spreads yesterday, and now solely because of Dave, I will always peek at the Rangers. I just peek at them, always glance. I don't watch. I don't want to say I don't fucking. I watch playoff hockey when it's on, but I'm not like I said. I don't know shit. I couldn't name you players. So when I fully just go off of what Dave tells me, but I always look at them and the price of them, which now odds I know something about. Like they were good. They weren't that big of favorites last night. Yeah. So I'm looking and I'm like, dude, I mean, just at the record, that's all I saw. I was like, the Detroit Red Wings are trash. Sorry to any Red Wings fans out there. But the game was on TNT. It was on national television. It was fucking televised. So it lined up. I was like, I was up a few bucks. I said, fuck it, man. I'm going to bet on this. So I'm just checking on it back and forth. And I'm just like, I kept thinking, I was like, man, I don't know what I don't know what the fuck I didn't watch the whole game, but dude, I was just expecting. I don't know. I just had this feeling. Yeah, I was
just blowing them out.
I was expecting a blowout, and then when they fucking went to overtime, I was like, "Son of a bitch!" It's like, "Fuck, man, I'm about to be 0 for 2, and then I'm gonna have to tell Dave that I did this and have to hear because I do. He was probably, and he was right. That's the thing about betting. You get lucky as fuck sometimes, and that's exactly what happened last night. But it was we're officially 1 for 1 now. But if there's ever an illustration to show people about sports betting, that right there should do it, because that first one we lost, everything fell in place for the Rangers to win that game.
You mean 1 for 2, 1-1. Just to,
what did I say?
You said we're 1 for 1.
Or 1 for 2, yeah. We've won 1, lost 1.
Correction, yeah.
So yeah, win-loss record, we're 1-1. That's to put it that way, yeah. And the one we lost though, that was the one
got fucking blown out.
But that was the one that you were saying all the stuff lined up for the Rangers to win.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then me not knowing shit, and that just shows you that, like, I don't want to trash fucking sports handicappers that actually make a living on doing this, because there's more than some out there that do this. But I've always thought, like, I love to do it, but it's so hard for me to ever be like, oh, I could be a professional gambler just to bet on sports, because there's so much shit that you can't fucking control. Like, it's like we go to work every day. We might not be working right now, but we know we're going to go to work and make money. Like that shit. Like, if you want to do that, more power to you. I fucking love to gamble, but man, I would say if you want to go that route, I'd probably choose another profession. It's a fucking, dude, yeah. I just when I saw they fucking won, I didn't even go back to it. I just checked it on my phone, and I was like, oh, thank God. So yeah, that's what I mean. If there's ever a fucking thing that's a little fucking billboard right there of play responsibly.
Play responsibly. So also real quick, because we didn't do it in the beginning here. Excuse me while I tap my microphone. Got to give a huge shout out to the Patreon subscribers. You guys definitely make this happen for us. You guys are the reason why we're still doing this, as well as everybody else that gives us their ears every day whenever you listen. Huge shout out to Tony, Sam V, Ashley, Andrew, Fernando, Nate, Clement, Tad, Luke, Ryan, Will, Chuck, Jacob, Sean, and David. You know what's so awesome about this, Luke? There's somebody named David, and there's also somebody named Luke who support the podcast.
I know.
And it's not us.
I know, dude. And I know because we just to give Luke a shout out, because he is a part of those Three Dudes podcast.
Yes.
And I've always had, I've always had an idea to do an episode one time but we'll talk about that, Luke. It's always weird for me to say somebody else Luke, because there's not a lot. Luke's not it's not like an uncommon name, but it's not a common name. It's kind of it's weird for me to just say Luke to somebody, because I feel like it's just, I don't say it. I don't know. Is that weird for you if it's your own name? Is that just your own name?
No,
thing,
I hear David a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense then. So if you don't say it, I'm trying to think if there's any fucking, like right now off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of any Lukes personally around here that I fucking know. And I know there's a couple.
Other Luke, and it's like my friend's son. But I know so many Davids.
Yeah, I know a fuck ton of Davids too. Yeah. David and Matthew, man, that's a name you hear a shit ton.
Yeah, there used to be like, I think at one point there used to be like 4 or 5 Davids in our building, and now there's only like 2. I think there's.
Did they ride off into the sunset, or did they?
Oh yeah.
They, good for them, or well, however they escaped. I guess if you heard the last week's episode with the question of the week, I will go into that again. I say escape. I said hopes of dangerous things happen, but not to get into that again. But
dude, what a bunch of great guests that we've just had on the last 3 episodes here. We did the wife segment, then we did Tony from Alaska.
Yeah, what a fucking dude.
Incredible.
And Tony, there was a video that Barstool Sports put out, and Tony had just talked to us about this. If you listen to Tony's episode, you heard this, and if not, I strongly suggest you listen to that, because it is a very unique. Alaska is such a fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I've wanted to go there forever anyway, and Tony just spiked my interest like 150%. But he was saying that, not to go into, but Barstool Sports, they put a video out of a moose charging at this guy. They had the Jackass music behind it. It was like a door camera, or like security camera. I think it was a garage cam, because it was like above. Yeah. And this dude had like a little fucking yapper dog weighed like 20 pounds. And this moose just comes fucking charging. Doesn't hit, nobody gets hurt. But I'd sent that to Dave. I was like, dude, he just talked about this, about like, if they don't have anywhere to go, they'll fucking come at you. And like, son of a bitch. Yeah. God, that's a big fucking animal. Yeah, dude. I don't.
Dude, I just watched
so hard to fathom.
It was one the other night. It's on Paramount Plus. I don't know if you have Paramount Plus.
It's
on the Paramount Plus streaming app. Jackass Forever. My God, there was some that made me cringe. I was cringing. There was some I couldn't watch. I literally had to turn. I was like, oh God. But it's like a car crash. So you keep looking back and just like, ah.
Do you think about this? Think about this. Speaking of Jackass, because you and I are basically the same age.
Yeah.
Like, growing up on Jackass from was it like the late 90s? Jackass came out like 98, 99, maybe 2000-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I mean, the Jackass the movie came out in
like 02. when it was on MTV.
When it was on MTV and it was just a show.
Yeah, that was in like the late 90s, right? So think about this, dude. Just think about like Johnny Knoxville, and just for shits and giggles, look up Johnny Knoxville's net worth for me. I can tell you he's born in 1971, but I'm curious what his net worth is, because
he was born in 19. Never mind. I know how you know, but
yeah, 71. He's in his 50s now, but. Think of the era, like if Jackass would have came out like 10 years later, maybe call it 12, depending on when in the 90s, because smartphones came out, I think, in 2007 or 8.
Yeah, real quick. Jackass started in 2000 on MTV.
Okay, so 2000. All right.
2000 to 2002.
So just think about it in like the smartphone era. If it was now, like Jackass probably wouldn't even be a fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like
Because
think
so
of
many people would be doing it.
yeah, like think of TikTok, Instagram, fucking all this shit. Like all these
That's so
videos, all
true.
the content creators, all the people that make like, and I don't want to say that it doesn't like, I don't want to use the word saturate, but like, because so many people are talented at it and you see people like, I mean, I'll just use two, we've past guests. We got, you know, well, Christine Snaps, you know, Christine Snaps has, if you like, Chelsea Lynn is another huge Chelsea Lynn fan. Like people like them that make amazing videos and the content is so much easier to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chelsea Lynn and Christine's, well, not literally them because they would have been, especially Christine, she was way younger in 2000, but I'm saying like them in 2000, like people like that had the creative mind like they do, make funny videos and all the funny shit that they did. Like it wasn't like the shit wasn't out there then to do. So yeah, like I don't know exactly how they got on MTV. I mean, like we talked about with Bob Saget, rest in peace, how America's Funniest Home Videos was like the first, you know, kind of the first, you know, people. That's what before cell phones, before camera phones, and people. Yeah. That's what. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, if they would have come out, it was like time. I guess timing, literally, timing is everything because Jackass is a fucking empire. I mean, I'm sure. But no, I'll have to check it out.
Johnny Knoxville, you asked for his net worth is roughly about 75 million. 75 million. Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. That's
for being a jackass.
Just for being a jackass. God bless him.
I mean, like it's pretty cool to see like the transformation everybody had throughout the years. Cause obviously, like, I'm sure you watched it when it was on MTV.
Oh yeah.
I know I watched it. We've been following these guys for the last 20 years now, whatever, you know? So like, you know, you had, you know, Steve-O who was addicted to every drug that was under the sun. And now, you know, he's been clean and sober for years now. And like really got his life together. And, you know, here these guys are. Johnny Knoxville's 51 years old. Steve-O's up there as well. And they're still doing these stunts where it puts your body through absolute hell, you know, but yeah. Yeah.
I was on, and I know we've already discussed this because Bam wasn't on this last movie, but I feel like, tell me if you agree with this. And I'd say I told Nate to chime in if he do. I know early Jackass, he would have been real young for that, but did it, because I felt like it was kind of almost cliquish, maybe because they had separate shows. Like I feel like there was Steve-O and Chris Pontius, you know, they had Wild Boys.
Yeah.
And then like Bam had Viva La Bam, and then Bam's Unholy Union, which what was her name? God, his ex-wife. Oh, I was in love with her.
Bam also had CKY.
Yes, CKY. That's right.
Before Viva La Bam.
That's right. Yeah. So I feel like I was. It's a weird. I was under like the Bam Margera flag more than the Steve-O Chris Pontius flag.
Sure.
Like, so like Ryan Dunn, rest in peace. God, and like Don Vito, he's gone now too. But I mean, I know Bam's not, like you said with Steve-O, like he's like Steve-O's turned his life around. I feel like Bam's kind of not, he's kind of going the opposite.
Yeah, he's been struggling with that.
Yeah. But man, but anyways, you know, as far as I'm glad, I'm still stoked to see them guys. It makes me in a weird way to see like Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O still doing Jackass shit. It's almost the same thing to me as seeing like Tom Brady come out of retirement and still play football, because I'm like, I still don't feel that old. Like if I see Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O do something stupid, I'm like, oh man, yeah, okay. And then I remember I'm like, they're still doing it. We're good. Like it just puts me. It's
I know.
nostalgia, dude.
I know. Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy. But yeah, definitely go and check it out if whoever has Paramount. It's now streaming on Paramount Plus. On the Paramount Plus app. So that is not that is not an ad. That was
Basically, if we say, I mean, like what was the one? God, there was. Oh no, I know what it was when I said fucking the ad for this shit for the Fabuloso. When I started laughing, I said it looks like fucking grape juice. You could drink it. I was like, yeah, they'd love to hear that. Buy some Fabuloso. It looks hazardous. Your kids might chug it.
I mean, you never know.
Man, I'll tell you, if they sponsor us, I will forever wonder how the fuck that happened. Oh shit.
So we're gonna have a little fun. Do we have anything else to talk about?
I mean, if you wanted
Kind
to
of
get
like
in,
a chill, relaxed episode because we just banged out fucking 3 interviews there.
the last one on the docs, you want to get into? Do you want to get that one that I have in about puff overly positive, or do you wanting to get into that one or not?
I feel like I need more time to think about that one.
Okay, all right, that's fine then. So
You
you
do
all
that one for next episode.
You all can have that. You all can have that thought in your head. Just place that in. You're like, what's he mean? Puff positive.
Puff positive.
That was a there was a fucking math teacher I had, Miss Musgrove, wherever you are. God bless you. But she literally, this was, I don't even know what the fucking shit was for, but she said, this is something you can use that you'll never forget. And it was positives and negatives. And it was like a ski. She'd draw a mountain on a fucking chalkboard, say puff, positive slope. And then going down the other side of the mountain was nice negative slope. That's how you remembered positives and negatives. And I don't even remember what the fuck it was even for, but I can remember the puff, positive slope.
Puff positive.
See, that's with that public education. See how useful it is, Dave. Still, I don't know shit either. It's fucking in the end, that debate.
Yeah.
In that debate, there is none.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want to do. Whatever works best. How about that?
No doubt. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So we're like this is a little relaxed episode. So we're gonna have a little fun here. With a game that's called This or That. And I got a bunch of cards here. And we're gonna see what we're into, I guess. So this is what we got. All right, so I'm gonna say one for example is right here. Okay, this one is farmer or beekeeper, and why? Would you rather be a farmer or a beekeeper, Luke? This is a time when everybody's gonna get to know us a little bit better. So,
well, I mean, God, YouTube, if anybody's seeing this, I've got latte fucking shit on my mustache. Apologies. I mean, I would say being a beekeeper would be more fun. There's actually a beekeeper that's on my route. I've had honey straight from the hive.
Oh yeah,
it's a game changer. It's nothing. You can't replace it with anything you can buy in a store.
Yeah.
But I feel like you got to be a farmer, dude. It's just there's so much more shit. Especially if you have chickens and have cows and have the whole shebang.
Oh, yeah.
Farmer, dude.
Yeah, I've always said the same thing to Danielle too. I always told her I wouldn't mind one day owning a farm. I know it's a lot of work, but I just, dude, that would be cool. That would be cool, I think. So yeah, so they're gonna be cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just to say one thing real quick on that, because this is actually because this was one of those random things with the farm. So if anybody follows me on Instagram with that fucking that guy that has the bull is like basically a pet at this point, and call it the bull, big ass bull, friendly, like domesticated, but it gets out sometimes. And I don't know if we did. I feel like I feel like I don't know if I'd mentioned this on an episode or just had the thought. And this would be probably a question Katie would be able to answer. but what the fuck? And obviously, I wouldn't say that question to Katie, not an F word. So everybody listens. So Katie, if you're listening, I didn't mean it. That wasn't question. Shout out to Diary Review. That's what. If you want to hear an episode where there was not one F-bomb said, listen to Katie's episode. It was a good one. But Katie's on a farm, so that's what I was getting at. But this fucking big ass bull, like I always think, like if it got out, how do you like say it doesn't want to come back?
How do you bring it back?
Yeah, like what the fuck do you do? Because I'm telling you, this thing is fucking huge. Like it's
nice.
There's
There's like a buffalo farm close by to us, and buffaloes have gotten out before.
Yeah,
so
like
like,
how the fuck
I don't know how the fuck you catch one of
dude?
those and like you lasso it or what? Like,
Dude, I'll tell you. I mean,
what the fuck?
A buffalo's a big ass animal too.
Yeah.
So if you lasso, like, I can't speak for the buffalo.
Big fucking.
I can speak for the bull horse cat, but that thing will wrench its head, and a buffalo head movement, dude. I mean, if you would lasso the thing around its neck, I'd have to say if it jerked its head, it would be able to pull you on your ass. You know what I mean? I'm just assuming, like, yeah, how do you get a fucking bull to come back?
Yeah.
Like you whistle, call for, come here, let me see you. Like,
God, I've heard that phrase before.
Bang a can of fucking Outpost. Come on.
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah.
Another one here. Bathtub or shower? Shower.
Oh yeah, shower.
Okay. All right,
No,
we don't
no
need
question.
to that one. Spontaneous or planner? Well, this episode definitely proves that we are very spontaneous.
Spontaneous as fuck. And I'm spontaneous to a fault. I wish I fucking wasn't. My wife would fully agree with that.
Oh yeah,
like,
Same here.
All every trip that I went on as a single man when I was like traveling, I mean, bowl games, beach trips, no matter where the fuck I went, I never planned shit. I just went along for the fucking ride.
I still did that even if I was married. I'm still spontaneous. I shit you not. This happened one time. I was off from work. They gave me a day just like this.
Nice.
A couple years ago, a few years ago. And I was sitting in the barber's chair. I was like, you know what? This would be a great day to go get my haircut. So I went and got my haircut. I'm sitting in the barber's chair, and it's my normal barber that I go to every time. You know, he knows me. I know him just from me being there. And then I was like, yo, you know, that band 21 Pilots is playing up in Albany tonight. I was like, let me, you know, I'm sitting in the chair. I'm on my phone. I'm looking at ticket prices, tickets. And I was like, sick. And then like, he's over my shoulder cut and he's like looking at my phone and he's like, dude, what concert you going to? I was like, I think I'm going to go hit up that 21 Pilots show tonight. He's like, dude, my wife's been like, she's been obsessed with them recently. He's like, what time's the show? I was like, oh, it starts at 8. He was like, you want to carpool together? You want to buy the tickets and I'll throw you the money? Me, my barber, his wife, and another barber who was there too, all went to the show. And we've never hung out like outside the barbershop. And I swung by, picked them up. I was the one driving, of course, because I drive for a living. So I, of course, fucking drove up. We all drove up to Albany to the fucking 21 Pilot show. Like spontaneous, definitely.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Another one. What do we got here? Oh, vintage or modern?
I mean, low tech Tommy-ish. I've got to say vintage for me in so many ways.
I don't know.
Maybe not with cell phones.
Some things I like modern. Some things I like vintage.
Well, I hate to say, we were just talking about this. So I know we know people that have the new Bronco.
Oh yeah.
So when I say this, I'm not saying you guys, everybody is entitled and it looks good. So I'm not saying anybody's personal thing. This was my thing when the Broncos came out because I had a Bronco. The first car I ever had was an 1987 Bronco. And I fucking love that thing. It was awesome. And I don't that right there, like you said, vintage modern. I think the new Broncos look fucking good, but they're to me, they're just not a Bronco. I'm sure they have, with everything. I mean, I just don't think they're,
Kelsey and Dusty, we are very sorry.
No, I'm not going to talk shit. This isn't a jab at them. Okay, Dave let the cat out of the bag. Sorry, guys. But they were the ones that she did just purchase one. I'm not saying.
She did just post about it too.
I'm not saying that the Bronco looks bad.
No, right.
I think the Bronco looks, I think the vehicle looks good.
Absolutely.
But when you say fucking Bronco, like you said, vintage, like I have something in my head, and this is 2022, and her Bronco looks good. Chelsea, I think your Bronco looks solid. I don't think they're ugly. I don't think they're shitty. I just like when I heard the thought, like when somebody was like, they're bringing a Bronco back, I went, oh, no shit. But my Bronco got 170 miles on it, like a full tank. It was a fucking gas hog, man. Like I couldn't, if I had that thing now, dude, I'd be crying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
When I had when my Bronco died, gas was like $1.15, and it was done. I was like, man,
that's right, dude.
But no, I don't think. I think they look good. I just like, yeah, you just have something set in your mind, and that's all. I just thought when you said the vintage thing, that was something that popped into my head.
Sure.
But yeah, Chelsea Dusty, I think your Bronco looks good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
How about this one? Pop-Tart or toaster strudel? Pop-Tart.
I would have to say Pop-Tart because you can eat them cold and on the go.
Oh, that's good.
Especially in our job profession, what we do, Pop-Tarts are way more convenient, especially getting them on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
Definitely Pop-Tart.
This may be a hot take, but let's be honest here. The best flavors Pop-Tarts are the brown cinnamon sugar and the strawberry.
Brown
they come out with
sugar,
all these fancy ones now. They got all these weird ones.
Brown cinnamon sugar, I agree with.
Yeah,
but I also like.
It's in that order for me too.
I like blueberry. Blueberry.
Okay. Yeah.
But brown cinnamon, I'm with you.
Number one.
100%, man.
Number
That's
one.
so good. Yeah.
Cold or warm.
You can drink. Yeah, or I said you can drink. You can eat those fuckers cold, and they're just it's like a delicacy out there.
Okay, now do you dunk it in milk?
Fuck no, but I might now.
God!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, you might just taught me something. I'm gonna have to try that now,
dude. Only warm though. You can't dunk it cold. Cold's weird. Cold is weird to me. But warm, a warm brown cinnamon sugar Pop-Tart dunked. Fucking break that shit right in half. Take half and just sock it.
If it's warm, does it fall apart? Like if you heat it,
you can't oversaturate it with milk because then it'll get soft and fall apart.
Well, that's what I mean. So you can't like stick it in there like an Oreo. You just gotta fucking, what I mean?
Maybe like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I'll have to try that. I'll have to try that out.
Sorry, toaster strudel fans. They're good, but Pop-Tarts I think are better. So, here you go. Home cooked meal or dining out?
I mean, if you're just saying if someone else is paying for it, dining out.
Fuck. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. If I'm we were just talking about earlier about the daytime episodes. I mean, if I'm Vic Warhowski getting invited out to dinner by the center manager, like, fuck yeah, man. Yeah. If you're paying for it, sure.
Yeah, that's great. I'll go spend a couple hours with you.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, it just, I guess, yeah, that's my answer. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? You can get some real good shit dining out, and then you can get some real good shit home cooked too. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, so I guess it matters of what it is. Like, there's shit that my grandmother makes that, like, obviously, shit, like, it, like, there's stuff that she makes that I can't get no matter where I go. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's
Yeah,
that
it's a double-edged
aspect
sword.
to it. Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's a tough one.
Sure. All right, here we go. For this says soda, but let's do the adult version. Beer, bottle or can?
Depends what it is.
Oh,
I think Miller Lite in a bottle tastes like piss, but Miller Lite in a can I like. It's weird.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. I have no fucking
I think like hold on, you said in a bottle it tastes like piss?
I don't like it in a bottle. But in
Okay.
a Miller Lite can,
Yes, I can probably say the same. I think your cheaper beers like Coors Light, Bud Light, you know, those you can drink out of a can all day.
But
Like,
sometimes,
when you
why
get,
is it because they're cheaper when you open up in a bottle and get that fucking weird taste? Sometimes is that because they're cheaper?
I don't know, but I know exactly what taste you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, it's a weird. Yeah, because
Like
it
metallic.
doesn't. Yeah, it's a
It's like
metallic,
a weird fucking taste.
and it's not like it's in every. It's not in every fucking Bud Light bottle or anything, but you get that. You'll get that with some.
I used to get that with the platinum.
It's not a. That's why. Oh man,
Bud Light Platinums.
I was. Oh yeah. No, I know the. I was trying to think if I was. No. The platinums I think did it worse.
Yes.
In a bottle.
Yes,
I was trying to think if I
saying.
was had those in a can. Platinums did it worse in a bottle because
Yeah.
they. I don't know. Maybe it was the fucking
Really
bottle because they were clear, but I don't know, man. It was like Rolling Rock was a clear bottle beer that I love Rolling Rock in a bottle. I love Rolling Rock in a, and that's not really. That would probably be a. Is that considered a cheaper beer, Rolling Rock? That's what I thought, but I like Rolling Rock. I could drink. I feel like Rolling Rock I would put up there with something like a nice IPA. I mean, I know Rolling Rock's obviously not an IPA. It's not even a dark beer. I'm just putting it in my categories.
Ernie Martinez is cringing right now.
Ernie, I'm telling you, man, you know, okay. Right now, you want to talk about Ernie for a minute? I'll go ahead and give this out because since I already we already had a past guests with Chelsea and Dusty. Let me tell you what old fucking Ernie said to me. He sent me a voice message. He was like, I can honestly say I've never pissed my pants as an adult. And I was fucking dying. I was like, well, I only do it to be fair when I'm blackout drunk. And that's not all the time. And he said, well, whenever we meet, I'm going to make sure that you are like blackout drunk. I was going to say, just make sure there's a trash bag for cut out some leg holes. But I just said, I'll be ready. It's a weird, like back then too. I feel like it wasn't even because I don't black out much anymore, but if I would get fucked up now, I feel like back then I drank way faster too. So like I would hammer shit. Like my tolerance just isn't what it was anymore. So I think I would disappoint him if I blacked out. I don't think I'd piss my pants, Ernie, but love you, brother. I don't think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs, but anyways.
All right. How about this one? When it comes to shoes, Vans or Converse?
Vans.
I'm a Vans guy too.
Yeah.
100%.
Do they still make Vans?
Oh yeah.
That makes me happy.
Oh yeah.
I thought for some reason I thought they didn't make those anymore.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I also owned a pair of Converse too, but Vans.
I mean, part of me has love for the Converse shoe because I always think of like old school basketball Converse. Like I just think of that era, and they were so big back then. But yeah, for me personally, I'm going to Vans all day.
All right, let me see what else we got here. Recliner or no, that's an easy one. Or rocking chair. It would be recliner. Come on.
I mean, it depends, dude. I got a nice ass rocking chair here that my great aunt got made for my mother when I was born.
Oh, no
so
shit.
this thing is old, man, and it is still in really good shape. and it's
You guys
it's
putting it in the
comfortable.
nursery? Or in the
I
baby's room?
I don't think we're going to put it in there because it's fucking the room. It's to be determined yet because it's a big ass chair. So I'm just going to see what the layout. Once everything's kind of put in there, I'm going to see if it doesn't cramp it too much. But it's in the house, but it might be in another room.
Okay, awesome. All right, how about this one? Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Oh man,
that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I feel like it'd be a fucking cop out to say it depends on the mood, but if you're going to ask me right here, right now, gun to my head, I would say hamburgers.
I would probably say hamburger too.
Well, okay. So let me ask you this: when you say hamburger, so you're saying hamburger like no cheese?
I'm saying hamburger, however you want to make it.
Okay.
However you want to dress it up. Same thing with the hot dog. All right, because I've gotten a retirement plan where I'm going to open up a gourmet hot dog fucking place, and it's gonna be wild.
Dude, there was a guy here, and he's passed on now, but his name, I guess I could give his government name. His name is Russell Yan, and he had Yan's Hot Dogs here, which is still open. It's ran by, I believe, his daughter now. Dude, you talk about, I'm just going to say that, dude, you can make some money off hot dogs. Holy shit. Because, you get the right sauce, the right stuff. You think of hot dogs, man. A lot of people think cheap, but dude, you can sell hot dogs for a fucking $1 a piece, maybe a few cents more in these days. But you can make some money from hot dogs.
Here's one. Total honesty or white lies. I mean, I've already told the story about my helper and how I had to tell a little white lie.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I guess because white lies are supposed to mean that they're harmless, right? Like they're supposed to just be so in that regard,
but
like
would you say a harmless thing because it's better off for the person that you're talking to?
It depends what it is. So the white lie thing, I guess if it's not harmless, like if it's white lie to see, then it wouldn't be a white lie, I guess. Fuck, I don't know. That's tough, dude. I guess it would depend on who it is. I feel like I don't know. You can tell me this. I'm not a parent yet. I mean, I know your boys are young, but would you say so? For, I mean, total honesty would be like certain situations. It just would be, you know what I mean? Like, or like, is it better to have like a white? I'm just asking. I don't know. You don't have to answer that. I don't know. I know parents can be everybody.
No,
parents
but like
in their
it
own
depends
way.
on
But
like what situation you're talking about. I mean, like
white lie though is not. I guess it's like I said. If it's white lie, it's not serious. So I guess it'd be easier just to say white lie. But yeah, it just if it's not doing any damage, and if not, fuck, I don't know.
And that's what they say though about the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts.
The truth does fucking hurt, but sometimes the truth needs to be heard.
Sometimes people need to hear it, right?
Yeah. So, damn. Yeah, dude, that's a. I gotta give my brother a fucking shout out here talking about a white lie. My little brother, God love him, man. He was a really good basketball player. Now he probably he could have played in college if he took it a little more serious. I think I won't say he was going to play in the pros or anything, but he played just how the planets align in small ass West Virginia. There was a team his senior year, Huntington, that just happened to have 3 future NBA players on the fucking starting 5. Unheard of in this state, dude. Sure. We had Jerry West, Randy Moss, Jason Williams, 3 people off the top of my head I could think of up until him. There's 3 fucking NBA players on this starting 5, dude. Fucking one of them still playing. One of them plays for the Clippers still to this day. So these dudes, they're nasty. They're playing fucking teams on ESPN. You know how the really good teams nationally, but when it comes to the state tournament, they come back to old, podunk fucking West by God, Virginia, playing against way less limited competition. So regional tournament, dude. So you got the sectionals, regionals. You win regionals, you go to states. So my little brother's team is playing in the regional, and this is for the last seed in the state tournament. And they're going to have to play. The winner of this game is going to have to play this fucking Huntington team in the first round. So my family, they're just being positive patties here. Sisters, they're all just like, you guys, you play hard tonight and win. You can go down there. Anybody can be beat. And I'm just like, there's 3 guys on this team that are over like 6'6". I guess like the tallest guy on my brother's team was like 6'2", and like these anyway.
You're just like, you guys are done.
I was like, I'm like, I hate to fucking say this, but I hope you fucking lose this game because you guys are just going to get embarrassed. The team that played. So anyway, my brother's team lost the regional. And the team that won had to play that Huntington team and got absolutely fucking destroyed. But that was like the white lie saying, because they were like, anybody can be beat on any given day, competition, yada, yada. I'm like, no, this is different. Not this team. I was like, this team's too fucking good to be playing around here, man. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but yeah, all 3 of them got drafted. All 3 of them.
Shit.
2 of the 3 were fucking, I won't call them stars, but one of them made a couple all-star games. So yeah, dude, they're OJ Mayo, Patrick Patterson still Patrick Patterson's still playing to this day. But yeah, that's my little white lie. Thank you.
That's awesome.
This is new, man. Just made me a sandwich.
Next one we got. What about this? Sloppy Joe's or Philly cheesesteak? Sloppy Joe's.
I'm gonna go with Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, okay.
I like. I've probably had more sloppy joes than Philly cheesesteaks, but the ones that I've had that are supposed to be kind of close. I've never been in Philly. That's not true. I passed through there once, but yeah, I'll say cheesesteaks, Philly cheesesteaks for sure.
Danielle makes a home cooked sloppy joe from scratch, like makes the sauce from scratch.
Nice.
That's yeah. And then like she'll even spice it up, give it, give it some heat.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah. Let's do a couple more here and then we'll wrap it up. Sticking with food. French fries or onion rings? French fries.
Yeah, I'll say French fries as well.
All right. Yeah, they're just, I don't know. There's something about them.
Sometimes I'll be in a mood and get onion rings over them, but it's rare. I would say French fries for sure.
Yeah, but like when you're like in the mood and you like substitute the fries for onion rings, are you at Burger King?
God, yes, I fucking am. Dude, no shit. You fucking sorry,
the Burger King onion rings are pretty fucking banging.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
They are. Yeah. Damn, yeah, it is Burger King. That's a good guess. That's an educated guess there.
That was good. That was good. Let me see here. Let's do one more, then we'll wrap it up because we're getting close to that hour mark now. I don't see any. Red wine or white wine? I'm not a big wine drinker. Oh, here we go.
Red. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, it would probably be red. Potato chips. You ready?
What we got?
Plain, sour cream and onion, or barbecue. That's a tough one.
I'll say barbecue.
I'll probably say sour cream and onion.
if you would have said salt and vinegar instead of sour cream, I probably would have went opposite. But dude, sour.
Salt and vinegar.
What's weird, dude,
Ugh.
is
They're good, but like I just don't like the aftertaste in the mouth.
yeah, they fuck up your mouth too. Like the roof of my mouth always gets kind of raw, but I feel like I don't remember exactly why, but Pringles, sour cream Pringles, I ate a shit ton of them when I was a kid. And I feel like I just got burnt out on sour cream. I like it. I like sour cream itself. You know, I'm still using chili and shit, but like if there's chips, yeah, I do not. That's weird. Like when I was a kid, yeah, I ate the shit out of sour cream Pringles. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I just had an overload of it, but I'm not a big sour cream chip guy anymore.
This one's not on there, but how about ice cream? Do you like your original 3 flavors, or would you go with something special like a chocolate chip cookie dough, mint chocolate chip?
I'd go something special.
Yeah.
We live in the now, brother.
That's right. We need a little extra in our lives. That's what it comes
we live in the now. See, like in the now, like ice cream, I can adjust to change, but like Broncos, I'm stuck in my ways because I had one. But these awesome ice cream flavors weren't around when I was a kid either. Who knows? I might blow all your minds and get me a new Bronco.
Fuck. That's awesome.
I wonder if it's still Eddie Bauer. That's a question I'll have to ask Chelsea or Dusty. Eddie Bauer editions.
Yeah. But anyways. Well, brother, this was fun.
It was, man. I'm glad, dude, this worked out so
hang out
fucking
here
well.
In the midday. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Just something a little different here today for this episode. So
normally we're all talking on the phone with each other too. Yeah. Like right now, this is what's weird. Like, I mean, right now is a little bit in the day we probably wouldn't be.
Right.
But normally, yeah, we'd be on the phone fucking hearing cardboard and shit and scanners.
Beep, beep,
yeah.
Beep, beep. People's hazard. Yeah. Oh shit, my God.
Right.
All right, guys, listen. Thank you everybody for listening. We will be back next week with episode 85. Ooh, we are getting there. Guys, so continue delivering greatness. Don't forget your most important stuff. Everybody be safe, all right? We'll see you guys next week.
Later, everybody.